99 problems, but a mortgage ain't one. Hey, so let's chat a little bit about YouTube. So it's come to my attention, actually I've known this for quite a while, that a lot of people seem to think that YouTube is some sort of democracy and a free-for-all to say what you want, do what you want. You know, the type of entitled, the self-entitled people that sometimes you see a little bit of on other sites like Facebook too, where they get mad when they get censored or banned from a page and they start screaming bloody murder. They're like, this isn't democracy. You know, I have a right to say whatever I want. No, you don't. It's a private website. You don't own the website. And furthermore, when it comes to a Facebook page, the owner of that page has a right to block, ban anyone they want, and also enable a blacklist for certain words so your comment doesn't even get published. Same thing on YouTube. So, you know, 99% of you are freaking awesome. And a lot of channels on YouTube turn off their comments completely. I mean, it's not a requirement. It's an optional feature. YouTube is a video hosting site. So for a guy like me, for example, that wants to use it for a vlog, just to you know, upload videos for documentation purposes as a record and to share with the world, you know, it's great. To turn on the whole community feature, though, is not required. And there's a lot of channels that turn off their comments because it becomes a full-time job having to deal with all the comments all the time and interaction and everything. You know, it's great and all to have the comments and interaction with the vast majority of you, but it's not a requirement. And if I choose to turn the comments on, which I have, that doesn't mean you have a right to say whatever the you want. And that's a misconception a lot of people have. I think that these are the people that don't do any videos themselves, and they just sit there and they like to criticize other people. Now, I'm all for constructive criticism, but constructive criticism is not when you go to someone's channel and you tell them that they're wrong and you should have done it this way. This is how it's supposed to be done. Don't you know that, you dumbass? No, you know what? Your comment's not even getting on my channel. People like that, it's like, get a fucking life, man. Start your own channel or do your own thing. I've had, you know, some people even go out of their way. They sit there and watch a video and then all they want to do is criticize the way I attached a cabinet. You know, telling me I should have done it differently. No, unless you put the words, in my opinion, I would have done it like this instead, then your comment is completely and totally invalid, and I won't even approve it. In case you've noticed, I've actually turned on the approval on my comments. So any of you that comment, a few of you have noticed, just so you know, you've commented more than once the same thing. It's because you think your comment's not working. It's not that. It's because I've turned on the approval feature, which means I have to personally approve each comment before it shows up on my video. I figured that's better than just turning off comments completely, which a lot of channels do. But this way I can approve what I want to approve. And anyone that's just being a douchebag or a troll or thinks they know better and they're holier than thou and you know what, screw off. That's great if you have your opinions, but if you don't present them as being just your opinion, then I have no interest in hearing it. And I don't go out of my way. When somebody does something on YouTube, like I'm watching a video and somebody installs solar panel or whatever it is, and if they do it differently than I would have done it, I do not go to their channel and feel the urge to type a comment and say, duh, man, you should have done it like this. Like, what kind of a fucking lowlife does that? Really? You go out of your way to make a comment like that? Then you. Get the lost. Do your own channel. Do your own thing on your own van and show everyone how you do it. I do this channel to show people how I do things and what I've done. I don't do it to ask you your opinion on whether you would have done it differently. So keep that shit to yourself. I'm not interested. And no, I don't need to have comments on. That's not part of the channel. Right? I leave them on just for entertainment purposes. And because I like interacting with the vast majority of you out there, I certainly don't have time to, you know, reply to everybody's comments. And that's another thing. A lot of people feel self-entitled. That they have an expectation that I'm supposed to answer them. And not most of you. Most of you understand that I would have to quit my full-time job and just deal with questions and comments all day if I was going to do that. But a lot of people have an expectation that, I even had one guy a few days ago, I banned him off my channel immediately. He says, well, screw you and your attitude, basically. I'm just paraphrasing, but he basically said, if you're going to put up videos and you don't have time to answer a few questions, then don't bother putting videos up at all. I'm like, what? Excuse me, motherfucker. Since when was I required to answer anyone's questions? Not even one question, let alone a whole bunch of questions or everybody's questions. It's like, I don't even have to have the comments section turned on at all. Where is this entitlement feeling coming from? It's like, I don't understand. It's like, I don't expect anyone to answer my questions on YouTube. Hell, I'm happy if they even see my comments at all. You know? And the more viewers you get on a channel, the less likely it is I'm going to be able to respond, right? It's like, it's just common sense. And I know when channels get really, really big, a lot of them tend to turn off their comments completely just so they don't have to deal with it. But I'd rather not leave all the riffraff in there, so I just delete people if they're being jerks like that. Fuck you. This is not a democracy. You don't have a right to just say whatever you want, and if you do, I'm going to ban your ass. It's simple as that. I mean, what the man? So, people that have this expectation, it's like, I should be charging, like, what would an RV consultant charge? You should see the questions I get, and sometimes I get 10 or 15 a day to my inbox and on my comments. I turned off my message feature completely on the Facebook page for this channel because it was getting to be overwhelming. And if I don't answer questions, people start to frown on me and they start harassing me and bugging me. They're like, wow, what an asshole. He doesn't even answer. It's like, I can't. So I'd rather just turn off the feature, period. That way I don't even have to deal with that, you know? So it's like, why do people expect that they're entitled to an answer? Why am I going to become a personal RV consultant? I'm getting technical questions. People want rundowns of everything I do from A to B, how I did it, what I would do in their position, what vehicle should they buy. It's just like, I'm not getting paid for that. It's like, if I'm getting paid like $25 an hour or something, sure, maybe I'd make it my job. Or maybe I should set up an 800 number and charge people, or it was 900 number, right? Charge people for that or something. But to have all these questions streaming, like, you got to understand, when you're sending me a question, technical question about how to build something in your motorhome or something, I'm getting 100 other people doing the same thing. I can't answer them. So that's why I say this is not a how-to channel. It's a what I've done channel. And I'm just documenting it and sharing it. You can figure out your own ways to do it. If that makes me a jerk, so fucking be it. That's the way it is. Google is a great resource, guys. I learned everything from Google, the internet, and just experience doing things over time. Anybody can do it. Another thing, too, on my last video, you know, the rain collection system I installed. For some reason, a bunch of people were, not just one person, I thought it was just one, I'm just going to ignore it, but like 5, 6, 7 people all asked the same thing. What do you do about overflow? Not even... Okay, watch the video again, guys. Overflow. I don't even understand why that would be an issue. When a motorhome tank fills up, what happens? It just pours out. It pours out the little air inlet. On every motorhome I've ever had, you stick your hose in it, fill it up, and how do you know when it's full? You know because it's pouring out the side, right? That's the same thing that would happen if it filled up from raining. It would just pour out the side air inlet, right? So I didn't have to worry about it. Again, I didn't change anything as far as my water tank. All I did was tap into the existing line that fills the motorhome. All right, there's a pipe that comes in from where you stick the hose in to fill up your motorhome. I just cut into that pipe and put another pipe onto it. So now it fills in from the roof as well. Hose, roof, doesn't matter. It still fills up the same way. If you stick a hose in and you let it run and then it overfills, it doesn't matter. It just pours back out. So overflows, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter at all. I guess if you taped up the air outlet on the motorhome filler tank, it would just end up going up the tube and back out the roof again. Either way, that would be fine too. So, but that's why I don't like to get into the technical stuff. It's like all the little things. Like there's lots of little details I leave out of my videos. I try to keep my videos at 5 or 6 minutes, but that one was particularly long, so I was trying to keep it short and sweet to give you the general idea of what I did, and that's good enough. You can figure out your own way to do it. And for other motorhomes, it's going to be different. You can't do the exact same thing if you have a Class C or A, because the way I designed my gutter system, it's good because my roof is sloped like this. So all the water on the side of the roof streaming down is caught by the gutter. But if you have a Class C or A with a flat roof or a flat wall, it's just putting those gutters on the side probably isn't going to collect maybe 10% as much water as if you have a sloped roof. So you see what I mean? I can't possibly imagine all the different scenarios and all the different ways that you'd have to do it for your particular motorhome. So all I'm showing you is the way I did it. Now I'd like to see if anyone else figures out how to do it their way too. And by the way, congratulations to the Traveling Van Man TV. A couple days after I did my rain collection, he did it on his. So check out his channel. And he did he has a Class B as well with similar walls on the side. So he did a very similar gutter system and collected it. Check out his channel. I'm sure you guys will like it too. Anyways, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I just wanted a little rant on there. Just say, hey guys, I approve all my comments from now on. I'm not going to approve any douchebag comments, troll comments, and I'm not going to approve any self-entitled douchebags telling me that I have a bad attitude or whatever. No, you know, if you're sitting at home on your computer in your mom's basement, you don't have a van and you didn't build the same system and put up a video on YouTube, then you have no right to criticize my life, and you certainly don't have any right to tell me how to spend my free time. I am not going to spend my free time on the computer answering everybody's questions for free. Come on, guys. Be realistic. If you want to do that, good on you, but not me. All right, keep on rocking the free world, everyone. Cheers.
Keep on rocking the free world.
Pick up your Keep on Rockin' in the Free World sticker now, or choose from some of the others over on my site at justincredible.net.